Haley, good morning. Welcome to the sit down. Nice to talk to you
Good
again.
morning.
Good morning,
Thank y'all for
Haley.
having me.
Of
Good
course.
morning.
Good morning.
So bubbly, so like ready to go. It's awesome. Now we played "Thankful," which is your newest hit. We also played it because I think your father's voice threatens me, so I felt like I had to play it. But no, um, now yeah, Sarah and I talked to you on Friday, and we were saying, which is true, your voice range for every song is totally different. Like you don't get that with a lot of artists. Like every song, like um, hurts like help. And I said help. Don't be writing in saying I said the other word. Um, it's like you do that like a slow ballad, and then bring it up a little bit, and then not today, which is my personal favorite, which I said is going to be your free bird if because there you go. But don't go by me.
Oh,
I'm
but
not
Thankful
the.
is a beautiful song.
I'm telling you,
Thank you.
Me and Tina were
Thank you
just
so much.
dancing to it as we're listening.
I was doing a little bit too.
Oh yeah, I was jamming over here too.
I was dancing like Raj from What's Happening.
Yeah.
Joey gets the reference.
Yeah.
We're the oldest ones in the room. Joey get that reference.
Beautiful
But,
song. Beautiful
no,
song.
it's totally awesome.
Thank you.
Now, how did it start for Haley Jones? In the and by the way, like I said, the number one Christian indie artist in the country right now, which is awesome.
That that's insane. That's such a blessing. I
It's
can't even believe that's real.
Congratulations. That's remarkable.
Thank you. Yeah. So you said, how did I get my start? Is that what you said? Is that what you
yeah,
asked?
yeah, that is,
Yeah. So basically, I grew up in church my whole life, and I was always around music. My family is very musical. Was always leading worship in church, and but I never was like one to go up there. I never felt like I was supposed to be a singer. I just was always around that. But when I was about 15 years old, I was singing really loudly in the bathroom, in the shower, and my dad was in the living room, and it was so loud that he could hear me from the living room. And when I come out, it was the first time that he was like, wait, like you can actually sing. And I was like, you're joking. Like I was kidding. That was not me really singing. And he was like, no, like you can sing. And so my dad was the one who encouraged me to start sharing my voice and posting videos on YouTube and getting involved in my church and my youth group and stuff. So I really owe like my start to my dad.
That's incredible.
which is awesome. And you also, which is very interesting, we talked about this when we talked to you on Friday, is you took "Sweet Child of Mine," which is an awesome song to begin with, and you took it and you said, "What if this was, you know, a a basically song that honoring God for the most part?" And you nailed it,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Thank you.
And it's just like it's amazing. Like you could take that song, which has been a top song for since Sarah's been alive, yeah, but and make it your own, which is awesome. I mean, that takes a big talent to really take something and go, okay, I'm going to take a song that everybody knows, and I better do it right, otherwise I'm going to get backlash, especially on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I love that song as is. And when I heard the lyrics, I was thinking about it one day and I was like, like these lyrics, they could really be a Christian song if you just literally say like, hey, this is God talking to you, talking to his child. And I really didn't have to tweak the lyrics a whole lot. Like, you know, but I posted it and it went viral and there's been good feedback. There's been bad, but
you're always going to get
the glory of God.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. We go by this show. It gets everything. Like eggs thrown at me when I go to the supermarket.
I
know. At least you're getting feedback and you're doing something,
That is true.
Exactly.
Yeah. But so you actually, just to show how you're doing what you're doing, this past Wednesday you had a youth concert you were telling us.
Yeah.
So how'd that go?
That went super well. There was a lot of kids there. There was probably like 70 or 80 kids there, and I got to sing for them, and it was so much fun. It was actually technically my first specific youth only concert, and I love that because I just relate to the youth so much, and I feel called like to work with youth. Actually, before I started doing music, I got my bachelor's in early childhood education because I was going to be a first grade teacher. So like I just feel so drawn to the youth and helping them. And after the concert, I was able to sit down and talk with a lot of the kids there. Some that wanted to be a worship leader, some that wanted to make their own music and produce their own music. And so they really got to like pick my brain about that and just ask for my advice. And I thought that was super awesome because it felt like I was talking to my younger self because they were all around the same age that I was when I got started. And so it was awesome. It was such a blessing to do that.
That's incredible.
Which is crazy
Yeah.
because like you have literally posts of yourself when you were 16 because I did the math and that made myself feel even older than I am. Uh, Doing like Whitney Houston and just your version of Hallelujah and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
you really were posting some really good material to get yourself out there, and then when you were comfortable enough doing your own stuff, I mean, now look at it,
Mhm.
number one
Yeah.
Christian artist in the Indies. That's awesome. And
Crazy.
and all came, and this is how things work. It came like a little blurb on Facebook. I'm like, who is this woman? She sounds phenomenal. Then I kept, okay,
Yeah.
Haley, a song, all right, awesome. And I'm like, you know what? I gotta get her on the show. It's a sign from above, if you will. And there
Yeah.
you go. And then I emailed you guys, and an hour and a half later, this really country sounding gentleman calls me and says, I'm Haley's father. You want to book my daughter, and here we are right now. So.
Yep.
Meant to be.
That's crazy how that works.
It's crazy good. See, I did that.
Yep. Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah, I do that once in a while.
And she's following the preacher man.
I'm telling you, how rare is that? Like, we don't really have much of that,
Right.
But again, things lead into things. Now, as far as yourself, you're from, like you said, Jacksonville. Now, was that hard to get like noticed in Jackson? Now, Jacksonville, Florida is a very lovely town, whatever. But was it hard as a singer to get noticed, even though you put stuff on YouTube?
Yes. So I really basically all I was doing like in front of people before I got like quote unquote discovered was I was singing karaoke or I was singing in a church in like a youth group or in big church. And so like I wasn't ever like doing it to like try to get attention because I never thought that it was possible for me. I never thought like music was a real possible thing. I thought it was just something I loved to do. And so it was really just a hobby of mine. And then when I started posting it online, that is when I started getting more followers and when my management reached out. And yeah, so it really took posting online for it to get any traction.
Yeah. So we're gonna start recording our own music, so we get a whole management team. So I have to plug anything in here and anything, and you have to set up a camera.
There
You
you
get our
go.
own people. This one has his own people, so we don't worry about that. He's Mr. WGBB along with Trevor. But yeah. So
Can you tell us about your very first gig? What was that like?
Oh man. Okay, it's actually funny that you say
actual
that.
gig.
So, well, okay. My first time I ever sang in front of people was literally 10 years ago to the day yesterday. I sang in front of my church.
Oh.
So I guess that could kind of be my first gig. But like my first paid gig where I was like doing this for a career, that was actually, when was that? I guess it would have been in the past year and a half. And it was I can't remember if my first one was in Baker County or if it was in Orlando. Both of them went really great. It was all around the same time where I just like booked a whole bunch at once. I think it was the one in Orlando and it was in a church and I was so nervous, like beyond nervous. I did not think I was going to be able to do it. And it literally, by the grace of God, I made it through and shaking and all, but it went really good.
That's incredible.
that is awesome. And I mean, talking to your father and knowing your mother's involved in your merch and the family and your husband is lugging some equipment around, plugging things in. Hopefully you're not doing it like Kiss. Well, with piles of water going on, like in God Gave Rock and Roll to you. Don't go that far with your music.
Yeah.
So having the family around, has that been a blessing, or are you like, okay, guys, thank you, but I got this?
No, it has been the hugest blessing. Like I hands down would not be where I'm at and have done as many shows as I've done. Like literally, I owe all of that to my family. My dad works as my booking agent. My mom works as the merch lady at the concerts. My husband helps with the sound, and he helps take pictures and videos. And yeah, it's a family affair. Like I would not be where I'm at without them.
That's incredible. And being just having your family like support, it is who you surround yourself by, and to have
Oh yeah,
such support and love, and just it it makes a huge difference on your career and how you feel about it, because you
for
have so
sure.
much support and love.
Yeah,
So you said it started
the
out
biggest
as a
blessing.
hobby. You
Yeah.
said it started as a hobby. At what point did it click that this was actually what you wanted to do? That this wasn't just a possibility, but it was your actual path.
Yeah. So throughout my entire college program, I was going, like I said, I was going for my bachelor's degree in early childhood education. And like I said, I love working with young people, but I did not feel like being a teacher specifically was like the capacity I was supposed to be doing that in. And I just wasn't super passionate about it. It was just something that I was going to school for because I knew it would pay the bills realistically. And I never thought of music as like it could do that. And but the entire time I was in my college program, I was just praying like every single night. I was like, God, this is not what I want to do. This is not the passion of my heart. Like, I know that you put music as my passion for a reason. Like, please just open a door, make a possibility happen to where I won't have to teach. And, I graduated. I went through the whole 4 years of my college career. And then when I graduated, I went on a cruise to celebrate my graduation. And while I was on that cruise, God answered my prayers, and the management that I have now reached out on Instagram because they saw a video of me singing. I think it was Fancy by Reba. I was singing karaoke. I think it was on the cruise that I was on. And I had posted it. And, they reached out and they were like, hey, we're really interested. We would love to work with you, develop you as an artist. And the rest is history. Here we are. And so then that really made me go, okay, like, God, this is what you have for me.
Now, being that you go down to Nashville and record, do you have anybody? I know that you have a writing team that writes the songs along with you. Is
Mm-hmm.
anybody have they written for anybody that the audience would know, like like a Keith Urban or something
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah. So I write with a lot of Christian writers. Um, so my main producer that I work with, his name is Joshua David Cockerham. He produced Not Today, and he helped write on Crazy Good as well. He does a lot of stuff for Emerson Day. She sings Get Behind Me. She's incredible. I love her so much. And then let's see, I have other producers that have written for Lauren Daigle. I have someone that's written with Megan Maroney on her country record. Um, all kinds of people. The last guy I wrote with, he's written with Reba or written a song for Reba. Um, so they're incredible. I'm so blessed to work with the people I work with. Seriously.
So that's you got the right people in place, which is awesome. So
Mm-hmm.
you really have a team. You don't have a bunch of guys promising you, if I get rich, you get rich, something like that. You get people who are
Yeah.
saying this is where we're at, and you even came in and thankful, which we played. You were like, I have this idea for a song, and then you get with the team, and it takes whatever it takes, three
Mm-hmm.
days, an hour, whatever it takes, a napkin or whatever, and coming out with these great songs, like one after the other that we've heard, since we've
Thank you.
talked to you, which is awesome. You're welcome.
I have a
Yeah.
question. So when with songwriting, is it
Mm-hmm.
life experiences, or like something that is coming from you, that you go to the other writers and say, this is what I would like this song to be about and the meaning behind it? Or like, how did the ideas
Yeah.
come about?
It's a little bit of both. So like literally, it's funny you say that. So for instance, it could go several ways. Like last night, I was literally about to drift off to sleep, and I had a melody come into my mind, and I was like, oh, I really like that. So I pulled out my phone and I recorded a voice memo of like the melody, and I just like saved it in my phone. And so like when I go into a co-write, I might bring that file into there and be like, what do y'all think of this melody? If they don't like it, okay, fine, we can we can figure something else out. But I kind of just like keep track of it on my phone sometimes. And then like for instance with Not Today, that was very much a life experience. Because I wrote it because when I was younger, I was bullied pretty badly, and I was told, I couldn't sing, and I was made fun of for being the weird girl that posted videos of myself singing. And the lies from the enemy stuck with me so long, and I felt so insecure um, from that, and I had a lot of trauma from that. So one day I just sat down at my piano and I was like, I'm so fed up with feeling this way, with feeling not good enough. I know where my help comes from, so I'm going to write a song about this. And that's how Not Today was born. And so that was out of, personal experience of stuff that I was struggling with at the time. And then, like, for instance, with Thankful, that was at the end of my very first writing week in Nashville. And I was so thankful to be there. But at the same time, I had posted my very first Not Today video earlier that week. So I was just being like, I was so flooded with gratitude. And my song, my very first original song I had posted was going viral. And so that's where Thankful came from. I went into the studio and I was like, y'all, this is happening in my life. I want to write about it. I want to praise the Lord. And then, so that's just how that happened. It can happen so many different ways.
And I also noticed that your dad films a lot of the videos.
Not dad. Mom and Jared film a lot of the videos.
Oh,
my husband,
okay.
dad, he's strictly business. I don't let him hold that camera.
I feel that way about certain people in the room. Don't let them hold anything except what they need to hold.
Yeah.
It's all right. No, there's no digs on anybody. I just said certain people in the room. That could be anybody. That's all right. It's all good. Now the question I had leading into that thing is like, you actually, like Sarah was asking, like, like you said, like last night, a melody came to you. Could you be? Are you like driving in a car when going grocery shopping with your husband? Go past a Walmart and go, wait a minute, I have this great idea for a song. He says melody just hit me or something. So it's anywhere.
It really does happen like that. Like last night, like I said, I was literally laying in bed and I was just humming, and then like just some words come out of my mouth with this melody, and I was like, that could be something, and I just wrote it down. And I've had melodies come to me in the car, driving down the road, in the grocery, like everywhere. They can come from anything, out of nowhere.
That's amazing.
It's totally awesome. And the great thing about it, all kidding aside, has been is like it's literally been one great song after the next. It hasn't been like a song, a clunker, and then okay, maybe she'll come up with something better next time. It's been like
Thank you.
right down the line. Like I said, and each song is different. Like you could listen to Thankful, and then you could listen to um, you know, Not Today, and it's just a whole different vibe to the song. You know.
Yeah.
And if you watch the promo video of Not Today, you get to see like these little girls and just the audience in general like getting into it, like like they're really vibing to the music, and understanding what
Yeah.
you're talking about. That's important too, like listening to the lyrics. I think a lot of artists just
Right.
put out stuff, to either go after ex-boyfriends and try and get current football players to marry them and stuff like that, and that sort of thing. But you just go with like, and we talked about this, the three of us on Friday. Like you have literally the greatest um, power to write to because he's been around for forever, and he's going to be around forever. So you always
Amen.
have amen, exactly, amen, and you have material to write, and you're not just writing about Jesus or anything just to write a Jesus song. You're writing it because it's coming from your heart, which is really a special, wonderful thing.
There's a true meaning behind her words, her lyrics.
Well, it's uplifting.
Yeah.
It's not depressing. You know,
Exactly.
a lot of music could be depressing. Your music is very uplifting.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Very soulful.
I was thinking about this all day yesterday. Now you have two young children, 13 and 10.
Yes.
Now, have you played? Not to put Haley or you on the spot. Have you played Haley's music for them?
I have not, just because the 13 is a hard age where it's like everything. If I suggest anything, she doesn't like anything. You know what I mean? Like it's something where
Yes.
it's I can't push anything on, or she'll just automatically not like it because I like it. Like it's one of
Well,
those.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That is
get
true.
that.
I get that with the cat. He's like, "What are you playing this stuff for?"
Uh,
You know, just play Fat Albert like I like. But no, because my question is now if they were gonna play something like that on their own, you think they'd be into it?
oh, absolutely.
Okay, okay.
Oh,
See
It'd have
how
to be
it's,
their decision, though.
yeah,
Yeah, oh, exactly.
yeah. But that's the
you
thing
just have to make them think it's their decision. Be like,
Yeah.
just like
that's
casually, just like add it to their playlist, and they'll be like, "What is this?"
Well,
And
that's
be like,
what
"I
I'm
don't
gonna
know."
do. I'll put it on when we're driving, and there's a lot of music that my
in
kids
two
picked up
weeks you're
on.
gonna be at Kennedy Airport going to Paris. You know,
Yes.
to sit there,
Ooh.
which is gonna you're gonna be missed by the way. Just
Yeah, taking my 13-year-old
just sit
for
there
her
and go,
birthday.
Nice.
I got
That'll be so fun.
I got
Yeah.
a song. Let me. I haven't heard the song in a while. I'm just gonna play it while we're sitting here waiting and see what happens.
Yeah.
And then text me and go, she's into it, and then we could have Haley back
Keep
in
you
this.
both posted.
There
Absolutely.
you go. But you said with the youth group, um, you know, they were all wanting to be youth leaders and they were into your music. What does that mean for an artist? Like, I know you weren't going into it inspecting it, but what does that mean for you? Like to have a, I don't want to say built-in audience already, but people who legitimately listen to your music and are like, "Wow, Haley, you are like an inspiration," or I'm getting rid of that football-loving individual. Get rid of her music and start listening to your stuff. Type of thing.
I mean, it's it's an incredible blessing because my number one goal with everything that I do, my music I put out, my videos I put out, like everything, my goal is to be a light in this world because I don't know if y'all noticed, but this world is pretty dark. And if I can be a light of encouragement and show the love of Jesus to people or be an inspiration to someone or just any sort of like bring hope to people, like that is my number one goal. And so when people appreciate the music that God has given me to write and to put out, like it is just such an incredible honor to be able to be a vessel for God and like to bring love and bring encouragement and bring joy to people. Because not everybody gets to do that in their career. Like you're not a joy giver. Sometimes you're just sitting at a computer typing, and it can be mundane. But like the fact that I get to do this is one of the biggest honors that I have ever gotten to be a part of. And so it means the absolute world when just to know that people care about it, people are touched by it. It's an honor.
And the fact that it happened so organically, like it was,
Yeah.
it's not something where you were like obsessing about. I have to be famous. I have to get this music out there. It was where you did this, where it was enjoyment for you, something special for you, and because of that
Yeah.
gratitude, everything just comes to you because of it. It's amazing.
Right. Yeah. God is so good.
So how's Jacksonville, Florida? How is it down there? You got a lot of fans. You got your church packed every Sunday.
No, I don't. I don't like publicly say where I go to church just for
Okay.
like safety reasons.
That's fine.
But whenever I do stuff locally, I do have a lot of people come that support me that I grew up with or that I went to church with. So it is super cool to have the backing of my hometown for sure.
Nice. Yeah.
And just to put it out there, all those haters when she was like 16 and you were bullying her and everything, do not come up to her and ask her for autographs and get her merch.
Yes, they can. I will give them an autograph. I'll take a picture. I'll give them a hug.
Oh, that's like the best validation.
It's the best revenge.
That's what I was hoping she'd say.
It's the best revenge. Believe it or not, when I was in high school, I was in ninth grade and a 12th grader at the bus stop used to throw berries at my face, and they'd pop.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and every day he'd throw berries at my face, and they'd pop on my face. He eventually stopped, but I would say about maybe 10, 15 years later, I ran into him in a bar, and I was twice his size.
Oh my goodness! He must have been throwing them hard if they were popping on your face.
Yeah, they were the soft berries. I don't know what they were, but yeah, every day, man. I knew I couldn't do anything about it, and so revenge is the best. And you did it through music. I did it through growing twice my size.
And what's funny to tell a quick story. I mean, I was bullied too, but I'm not telling those stories. Been there, done that enough. Tina and I were in the park over in Belmore.
Yeah.
And we're walking, and she's like, "That's the guy who used to bully me in school."
Yeah.
And he must have been like, literally, like just about 5 foot. I'm like, "That guy bullied you?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, bully. I think as you get older, you'd probably say this too, writing music. I mean, bullies make you stronger. Either you go two
Yeah.
ways with it. You can either be put down and hide, or you could just rise above it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ultimately, I mean, just like how my song "Not Today" says in the bridge of that song, it says he didn't stutter when he said, "Vengeance is mine." Like that's a verse from the Bible, and God don't play with His children, especially those that are trying to live for Him and do things for Him. And God, it truly, like when it says, "My worship is my weapon," God fights my battles. Like that's how I feel. Like I don't have to lift a finger; God does all the rest for me. And so, it's just, yeah.
And that is such a powerful line, and the way you sing it even makes it more powerful. It's just
Thank you.
you command that song. Like I'm telling you, that's her Freebird. That's her.
Yeah.
That's her Freebird song. The others are great,
Thank
but
you.
you're welcome. And every artist, no matter what their genre, has that one song, and people are gonna go to that song because it has, like you said, like you were telling the two of us on Friday, it has meaning for a lot of people because remember she was Haley saying that she played that song and got a lot of great feedback. And when you play the other song,
Especially when people reach out and tell you how much it impacted them. I remember you were saying
Yeah.
about, girls coming up to you, like that has to be the most rewarding feeling
Oh
ever.
yeah, absolutely. Because if I can be an inspiration to anyone, like I never was able to meet someone that was doing what I do now that could speak life into me and be like, "Hey girl, hold on, like things are going to get better." So like if I can do that for somebody else, especially a young person, like it's the best thing in the world.
And it's so hard nowadays with social media and the expectations that these, girls put on themselves because of, the filters and
Yeah.
people not showing reality in life, and it makes them even more insecure. And like growing up for me, it was just looking at magazines and feeling like I need to look like that. But now it's everywhere. It's so hard growing up this day and age, and to be able to hear music that really just uplifts their spirit and makes them know that they're not alone and that this too shall pass. It's
For
amazing.
sure.
So let me ask you a question. You're going to London, right?
Paris.
Paris. Okay. How long of a flight is that?
I think it's like 10 hours.
A 10-hour flight. Now, Haley, you're heading to Paris on a 10-hour flight. How many songs are you gonna write?
Oh, on a 10-hour flight?
I mean, when you're alone on a plane, you think about it. I mean, you have a pen and pad with you?
I have actually never written a song on a plane.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy, I know, but I should.
Yeah.
I fly quite often. I should do that. But I think I could probably write 2 full songs in a 10-hour flight.
Nice.
Maybe 3.
Well, it's a night flight, so
Yeah.
eyes are shut the whole time for this one.
Oh, I'd be sleeping.
Yes.
Be sleeping.
10 o'clock at night flight.
Wait a
I think it's a
minute.
perfect time to write. I think it's a perfect time to write some music.
You told me that you're gonna at least try to write 2 songs for her. By the time you landed.
Yeah, okay. I wish I had that talent.
Well, what do we tell her? If you want us to sing backup for you, there better be 3 choirs backing us up.
Yeah.
We'll need auto-tune.
Yeah,
Big time.
Big time auto-tune, exactly. But we will be there when you do sing on the opera stage. You have.
Oh yeah.
We are definitely going to do that. Be down there.
For sure.
When that happens,
And
absolutely.
such. Speaking about music, unless do you want to talk about what you told us over the phone, or you want to hold off on that?
What's that?
Which part?
About what you were doing after you got off the phone with us. Do you want to hold off on that?
Wait, what do you mean?
I'm trying not to say about.
I don't even know which one you're
give
talking
more
about.
hints.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll give more hints.
Okay, let's. All right. Trees and Santa Claus and songs.
Christmas. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
We can talk about that.
Okay.
Because it was coming out on Friday, I didn't want to jump the gun unless you wanted to jump the gun. But we have it. We have it out there now.
No, we can totally talk about it.
Okay, so go ahead.
What's happening Friday?
So This Friday, I am putting out my full length cover of Mary Did You Know? I filmed it when I went up to Hurt, Virginia, or it was actually on the Blue Ridge Parkway in Virginia. So like all the mountains are behind me and there's like this really pretty valley. I'm super excited to post that one. And then I'll be posting a Christmas cover every Friday leading up to Christmas. And I'm also every Friday going to have this thing called Festive Fridays on my TikTok where I'm going to go live and I'm going to sing Christmas songs and I'm going to do a Christmas devotional on there. And there'll be like a giveaway where people can enter. And then I'll pick the winner on December 19th, which will be the last Festive Friday. So yeah, we got a lot. We're getting in the Christmas spirit, y'all.
Nice.
I love it. I was actually
Yes.
listening to Christmas music on the way here. It's just, oh,
Oh,
it's always so feel
I
good.
love it.
Yeah.
Like nostalgic.
That is
feeling.
true.
Why do you listen
Mhm.
to this
Now
Yep.
it'll be on all the outlets, Spotify, this fied, that fied, the other fied.
music? Yes. How? So, what streaming platforms can everybody hear
So
these songs?
for the Christmas videos, they'll all be on YouTube, and I'll just post like some clips on like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. But the full video will be on YouTube. But the main platforms that I normally post on are Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Haley Jones Official.
Now, is this Christmas album going to be out and about for maybe some local radio people you're talking about, maybe to give it away to our audience? Or is
So
it
it won't be a full album. It'll literally just be like videos of it. Like they're not going to be on streaming
Right.
because of copyright reasons, but they'll all be the full song will be on YouTube.
okay?
Love it.
Just trying to get an album giveaway on here, trying to give
I
away
will
some.
send y'all some merch for sure
Yeah,
that y'all could give away.
Yes, and tell us what's on your website as well. What we can find on there.
Yes. Okay, so my website is haleyjonesofficial.com. And on there is a link to all of my music videos that are on YouTube. There's a link to all of my songs that you can download. And there is also, I have merchandise over there. I have merch for every song that I have. And then I also have my tour dates on there, my upcoming tour dates and with times and locations. And I also have a booking contact form on there where if anyone wants me to come to a church or venue near you, just have your director of your church or event fill out that booking form on the website. And I would love to come to a city near you. I'm trying to do a show in all 50 states. So let's go.
Well, those listening, someone book her so she come to New York.
Yeah. Who's ever
Yes,
We want to get you in the studio here.
who's ever run into
I
Paramount?
would love
someone-
to.
Mr. Long Island has connections. You know. But anyway, all kidding aside,
Yeah.
like it's true. Like you literally like if you were going to book her for your show, you
Right.
go on the website, fill out the info, and her father literally will call you back in an hour and a half.
Wow.
Maybe,
Okay.
at
Yeah,
least he
he's
did
on
with
top
me.
of it.
He's like on top of it,
It's amazing. Love
and
that.
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a great thing to have the family support this young in your young upstart career, which is gonna be like you'll be going on and on. You're like the little Energizer bunny.
Nice foundation. Yeah. Great. Great.
Thank you.
And that's the great thing. I mean, like Joey will tell you, he never thought in a million years we'd be sitting at this radio station doing our own shows,
Right.
with all that
Yeah.
was going on. Because, like you said, it's like, you thought you were going to wind up being a teacher for the rest of your life and just being like paycheck to paycheck. And, oh, geez, these people are giving me an apple again today. What happened to a nice piece of cantaloupe or something? But, but again.
But I get that because for me, I never thought I'd act. I never thought I'd be on radio.
Yeah.
I was a stay-at-home mom for 8 years and then opened my own masonry construction company called Sarah Contractors. And it just, I wanted to experience being on set. And then once I did, I loved it and haven't stopped since. And then
That is
Sean
so cool.
gave me the opportunity to come aboard and
There you go.
I love it.
Yeah. Now you could put
Oh.
radio co-host, and then when you get a gig, you can like try and get a job with your own like person on the radio, like your own DJ or something.
There you go.
Yeah.
As a show.
You're lucky enough to do what you love.
That is
Exactly.
true.
And not many people can say that. And it's, yeah.
And and that's the thing. And
Yeah.
like I said, I mean, your father is so behind you, and your parents are so behind you, and your husband, and the dog, cat, whatever, they're all behind you because they, let's all it
Yeah.
is they have to listen to it because Tina will tell you they have to listen to. Oh, you're on the phone with somebody for the show again, and it's tough. Well, now I have a good co-host that's like goes on set, to this big blockbuster epic that's being filmed here and getting us somebody.
Mhm.
So we work as a team, and of course the one in Kentucky, we can't forget her, tremendous
Yeah.
co-host and everything.
Yes, absolutely.
And there you go. But the question I have, like you said, like the to be booked everywhere and to do the 50 states, is that a
Mhm.
goal starting next year or starting like right now type thing?
That's starting right now. I'd call me tomorrow. I would love to come anywhere
Okay. All right, so
in the
On a
U.S.
roll.
or
Keep
in the world.
going.
yeah, yeah. Your father always says you're like in New York, so road trip it. Come up here. We'll put you in the studio, and
Yeah.
well, you
Get you
could
the Paramount,
yeah, the Paramount. Yeah, there we go.
the Westbury Music Fair.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Westbury would be a perfect venue for her.
Yeah,
You know
Ooh,
anybody?
that would be
Westbury?
cool.
I can find out. Westbury, it's got a stage in the center that turns so you can see all your fans. It turns while you're performing.
Oh, that'd be
Oh,
awesome.
it's amazing
Oh
there.
wow,
Yeah.
that would be
That'd
awesome.
be
I've
awesome.
been there.
And then when we do
I
that,
saw Bill Maher
we do
there,
that. We'll give away tickets.
Yeah.
For that. That'd be awesome. Yeah, that's.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. See, this is not one of those stations where the DJs hate each other and don't want to work with each other. Yeah. So you got that going for you.
No competition.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But yeah. So getting back to everything that's going on. So is there any concerts coming up that you want to talk about? Anything happening? Any TV shows like Jimmy Fallon something?
I would love to go on Jimmy Fallon. I love him. Um, I have a show coming up in Mayo, Florida on December 14th at Lighthouse Christian Center, and I'll be singing all Christmas music. And I have the information on my website for that. And I'll also be in Savannah, Georgia on New Year's Eve, and that is at, what is the name of that church? I cannot remember the name of the church, but it's on my website. All the information is up there. And I actually got to perform there last year as well, so I'm excited to come back. And yeah, and then I will be in Benton, Kentucky. I cannot remember exactly what that date is, but it is also on my site, and I think it's June of next year. I'm not positive, but I'll be in Benton, Kentucky.
Okay. Kentucky's favorite daughter. Is that been Kentucky anywhere near you?
I was gonna ask the same exact thing.
I am not sure. What city are you in?
Well,
I just know it's called Benton, Kentucky.
Okay. I am honestly not sure where that is.
well, that's your assignment. Was that next year, Haley?
Yes, it's next
Okay.
year. Let me look it up. I know I'm gonna find the exact date.
Okay.
Hold on one second.
Yeah, and that's your assignment, Barbara Walters, to go there and like take a phone or something and give us footage for what's going to be our new Facebook page. Yeah.
So it's June 20th in Benton, Kentucky at Zion Baptist Church.
Nice.
June 20th.
Okay.
Yep.
It was the week of the 9th. I may go down there.
Oh man, it's just a week
weekend.
later.
Birthday
Oh,
weekend.
your birthday weekend.
Is it, I might do road trip.
There you go.
Take the couples
Road
road trip it. Yeah. We've been
Oh, yeah.
we've been invited to Alabama. Let's do Kentucky. Since we can't get Kentucky to have us go down to a Walmart, we'll go bring ourselves down to a Walmart and start signing autographs or something.
There you go.
That's it.
There you
But
go.
no, so that's cool. So like you said, you got Georgia coming up, got a couple of good shows, and you're always filming things. Now, are you going to do
Yeah.
more of those little like taking hit songs and making them your own stuff? Because you talked about you might want to do that. Or you,
Yeah, I've thought about it. Those take a lot of like time.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I've been super busy recently. I would love to, whenever I find the time again, to do that again and find a song that I could remix into a Christian song. They seem to go over really well. Like people, they really resonate with them. And so, yeah, I would love to do that again. What song do y'all think I should do? Do y'all have any in mind?
that's a good question. You're putting us on the spot now.
Yeah.
maybe In My Life by the Beatles.
Okay, the Beatles. Yeah, I like the Beatles.
Yeah.
I love the Beatles.
That'd be a good one.
Thank You by Led
I did
Zeppelin.
do. There was one time I did play that funky music. This is actually like one
Oh,
of
I
the first I
heard
did.
that. That was awesome. I
Oh,
heard
did
that.
you see it?
I saw that. Yes, I think I posted on Facebook.
Did you?
Yeah,
Oh my
or I might
goodness.
have sent it to you. So check your phone.
Yeah.
That was like one of my first videos that went viral on Instagram.
What? So Tina's talking about doing something from Celine Dion. Yeah,
Ooh, yes. I love her.
Adele, anything. There's so many great
Oh
artists
yeah.
out there that are legitimately right in your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
And stuff like
That'd be
that.
so cool.
But I would stick with originals because I think you write some beautiful music.
Thank
If you
you.
put your time into something, definitely throw in a what is that called again when you do a remake of someone
cover?
else's song, a cover song.
Like a cover.
Throw a cover
remix?
in once
Yeah.
in a while, but at every 10 originals, throw in a cover.
Yeah. There
Well,
you go.
now that
Yeah.
now that you want to do 50 states and next year is starting to have, maybe you could do something like that. Get a couple that you prepared and do
Yeah.
your own deal with it. So that's
Mhm.
that could work too when you're there. Because I like when you would tell them. I think you were telling. Was she telling us or just me? I don't remember about um you know the help. Hurts like help and how she's got to talk to the audience and tell them
Yeah.
she's got to. She told me that because we talked to her
Mhm.
twice this
Mhm.
week. I remember she's like, oh, I have to make sure that they. But then I said it could be interpreted either way and they'll still listen. Then you just draw them in.
Mhm.
It's good marketing. You could hire two radio DJs on Sunday morning. We'll do the marketing for you. Give your dad a break or your mom a break whoever does your marketing. I know you got people
Yes.
now, but we'll throw an idea around your way every once in a while.
Oh yeah. I'm all ears.
I go with the actress. I don't have anything right now. Maybe she's got something, some idea, that she,
Well, I was thinking if you do a cover song, I love the song, like especially if you came to New York to play this. Billy Joel, "It's All About Soul,"
Nice.
Oh, I love Billy Joel.
right? Oh, he's amazing. I've seen him twice in concert. He's just incredible. I grew up
Oh,
listening to him, but that song
yes.
is very
Mhm.
powerful. I love that
Yeah.
song. So that would be a good
I
one.
actually used to sing. I used to sing Vienna in my way earlier sets.
Mm-hmm.
I would sing Vienna Waits for You, and I love his music.
now speaking about artists, and I mentioned this to you when you and I talked on Wednesday, and I mentioned it
Mhm.
when we talked on Friday. Have you heard Bon Jovi's version of Hallelujah yet?
I still did not look it up. I'm so
I'm
sorry.
gonna send it to your phone after the show, and it's gonna be there.
There's a lot of links, a lot of things to watch.
No, it's true. It's like
I know.
some of it. When we book people for this show, like I mean, we when fine tooth comb, Joey does the same thing. It's like you literally have to check these people out, and if they fit your show.
Mhm.
But you always have a place on the show. Your family now on the show.
Oh, thank
Absolutely.
you.
No problem because we want to have your dad as word. Like we're always in New York. We can always pop in on your show. Let's see if that happens.
Yeah.
Let's
Sing live in
Mhm.
the studio, that would be
that'd be
incredible.
awesome. I love when live music happens here.
Yeah.
Because Joey was here
Yes.
when we had a local artist, Rory Kelly on here, and the vibe is so different in here. It's great to hear it on
Mhm.
YouTube and be like
Mhm.
dancing around, same thing like in the radio dinner. But when you get the artist here, you can see the action, see the vibe and everything,
Oh yeah,
and they know that Haley has a certain vibe to herself. So there you go. I mean,
absolutely.
Thankful nobody saw it. Like if you watch the video, she does have like costume changes in Thankful, the video.
I do.
Yeah. Oh,
Yep.
I love the video.
Yeah.
The song
Yep.
is beautiful.
Me and my husband and my mom all filmed that in St. Augustine, and that it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Love
So
that.
so that's the question. Who are you waving to in the video?
When I'm sitting on the steps.
Yep.
So have you ever been to St. Augustine, Florida?
No, but I've seen
Okay.
seen pictures of it with different people going there.
So they have like these things called trolleys that it's like this long vehicle. It's like a train, and basically they have them at like the zoo too, like where there's not like windows and there's not doors. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And they take them on tours of the city. Well, there was a whole trolley tour driving by when we were filming that video, and I had to wave to them, and then they were filming me, so I had to keep it in the video.
Oh, I
There
love
you go.
that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
and remember, she said, "I will have nothing to talk about," and we're just
Uh-huh.
finding things to talk about. You know, so we can
Yeah.
Oh,
even
because we chat so much
yeah.
on Friday.
So
Yes.
so we can even be like, "Oh, so what was last night's dinner?" You know, maybe it
Yeah.
might
Well,
be better than mine.
you mentioned your husband, right? So I do stand up comedy, and I'm married to for 25 years. A lot of
Oh, congratulations.
thank you. A lot of my material comes from being married, and
Uh-huh.
my wife is always giving me ideas. She's not a comedian, but she's always giving me ideas. Does your husband come up with ideas for you and songwriting?
Not necessarily songwriting, but he has an incredible eye for like filming because, I trained him how to do this. He did not know how to do this in the beginning, but he has gotten so much better and he will literally be like, babe, I think that we should film it this way, or I think we should film it here, or I think that the angle should be like this. Like he's like the visionary for the videos. So he
That's
gives
good.
me ideas for
Oh,
that.
I love that.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is really awesome when you really are working with people who give you ideas and stuff. Like it's funny because
Mhm.
Tina doesn't want to admit it a lot of times, but we'll be watching like News 12, and it's like she'll say, and I'm like I'm already ahead of you on that, like
Right.
getting them and
Yeah.
finding things out and getting a hold of people. And that's how
Uh-huh.
that's how things happen. Like Special Sweets, for instance, is a people I've had on the show a couple times, and they were on like News 12, Channel 12 News and Channel 2 News. So you do your research and you get them on, and there you go. Now you can't get rid of them. You can't get a dang cupcake out of them, but that's for
Well, what's nice about having your husband help with the camera angles, you can trust him, right? It's not like a bit.
Yeah.
Your husband wants the best for you and the best for the family, so like you can really trust his decisions, so you don't have to question him.
Right. That's so
Right.
true.
You know.
Mhm. Sometimes I have to be like, babe, did you not see my hair out of place? Other than that, no, I'm just playing. He's awesome.
That's great. That's great teamwork.
And that's
Yeah.
what you need. You need and sometimes like the other half doesn't realize that they're helping you out for ideas and concepts.
Hmm.
I know Sarah doesn't have
Yep.
that yet with this show because her husband's like, I don't have any ideas of people. We know the same people, so don't worry about it.
Right.
Is your
Yeah.
is your family is any of your family members in any of your videos?
Let's see. I think like when I do like vlogs, especially, sometimes I'll vlog like when I go to a show or something, and they'll be in those often. But as far as like other videos, like I don't have them in a whole lot. I should put them in more though, shouldn't I?
Well, well, it depends on how old they are. Like my daughters now, I do, but when they were younger, I kept them away from it.
Yeah, I don't have any like young siblings or anything like that,
Okay.
but like it's just me. I'm an only child, so.
It's all right. It's
Yep.
And what's that like being an only child? What's it like? I had that for like 2 years
Yeah.
My
myself.
husband is an only child.
Is he?
Yeah.
It is. It's not the greatest. I mean, it can be. It's got its perks and it's got its cons. Like the good things about it are you get more presents at Christmas and
there
you
you go.
get more attention from your parents, I guess. But the con is you kind of have to figure out how to occupy yourself. I did not have any siblings to occupy me, so I kind of I think that's probably part of the reason why I got into music and posting myself online and stuff was because I had nothing else to do. I had no one to talk to at home, so that's how I kept myself occupied.
Well, it's funny you say that because being that I have a son and daughter, it's where neither of them entertain each other or get along at this point. So it's like I'm hoping they
Yeah.
grow out of that, but yeah, it's like
How old are they
separate
again?
rooms. My son is 10 and my daughter's 13.
Oh, they're close in age. Yeah, they'll grow out of it
Yeah.
eventually.
But I mean, he breathes. She gets mad.
Haley's so positive, and you're hoping for the best. You just
I'm saying,
just
like,
play it out and see what
I
happens.
grew up with 3 sisters,
Yeah.
and there was so many great perks to having sisters. Like if they're like for advice and whatnot, but a lot of fighting and
Mhm.
But then all best friends now that we're grown and
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It goes full circle.
yeah.
Mhm.
Or at least you try and make it go full circle. Oh, you put on a puppet show, either one. But yeah, so
Yep.
now we were winding down, and it's been awesome. And you were nervous; you had nothing to talk about, and we pulled it out of you. So how can people get a hold of you? You mentioned it earlier, and all your social medias and stuff like that. How
Yeah.
people could get you and check you out.
So I post pretty much every single day on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And my username for Instagram and TikTok is Haley Jones Official. And on Facebook, you can find me at Haley Jones Music. So that's where you can see all of my like social media content. You can also download all of my songs. iTunes helps out the most. If you go directly to iTunes and search Haley Jones, I have Not Today, Crazy Good, Thankful, and Hurts Like Help over there. But if you don't have an iPhone, I'm also on I'm on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube, all the things. If you want to book me at a church near you, you can go to my website, like I said earlier, at haleyjonesofficial.com. And there is a booking contact form on there. And when you fill it out, it'll go directly to my booking agent, aka my dad. His name is Terry, and we would love to come to a church near you or a city near you.
That is awesome. And like I said, we do have a couple minutes. I just want to get that all in. So we do thank you for coming on, and giving us some really uplifting talk today. We needed it after last week's guest. We needed definitely some uplifting.
Well, I really appreciate y'all asking me to be here. It was such an honor.
And we're going to stay in contact because Sarah and I need that southern accent for something we're working on in the future. Right now, right now it's become like my cousin Vinny, like I told you. It's so we'll be in contact with you all.
I think I can help y'all with that. I think I can help y'all with the country accent.
I think you could.
You should do that, like in some of the towns you haven't been at. Start off with a really low country accent, and then see if people like the music. Then you could go back to the regular Haley Jones.
I just thought of something. I'm always brainstorming. Like you're doing movies, right, Sarah?
Mm-hmm.
How about being like a soundtrack or for a movie? Like maybe you guys could collaborate somehow where you get her music playing in the background of a scene, something like that.
Oh yeah.
Things are being thought of. As we.
That would be epic. I have a new song. I haven't announced this yet, so y'all are kind of getting the first exclusive. But I have a new song coming out in January. I'm not going to say what day just yet because I'm going to save that. But I think that could definitely, the song that's coming out next, I for sure think could be in a movie.
Nice.
Love that.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Yeah. We'll talk as it goes off air. I don't want to tell too much on air, you guys.
Yeah.
Because I know that, and you said you're going to be sending us merch, which is fantastic, and we'll be doing a giveaway as soon as we get it. And you have my contact information. I don't want to give it over the air because I don't, I love the audience, but who knows what the heck you're going to get in the mail. Joey knows that you slip and then you get a rubber duck in the mail or something.
Yeah. Or worse.
No, we're talking good Christian stuff. I didn't want to go. That's for next week when we have Sarah's family friend on, comedian.
Johnny Ziegler.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. Should definitely come that day.
Yeah, I love John Ziegler.
And Haley could be listening. Have the guests involved too in a way to listen. Yeah, you're right away. You did.
Oh, Johnny's hysterical.
He's awesome. And like I said, we really appreciate you coming on. We're gonna actually pop Thankful on to close out the show, and we'll be in touch with you very, very soon to book next year. We'll get you in for next year. In the studio. So pack the bags of the family and just however you're gonna get here, train, plane, automobile, whatever. John Candy or Steve Martin sitting next to you. Who knows?
Haley, thank you so much for being on the show, and I just can't wait to see how your career evolves as I continue to follow you on social media and whatnot, and just congrats on everything.
And
thank you so much.
And how Kennedy Airport is going to hear that one of your songs in 2 weeks.
Yes,
that's going to be awesome.
Absolutely. I'll be blasting it as I walk through the airport. I'll have a speaker on my shoulder.
now you're learning how to patronize the host, apparently.
I have sarcastic humors. All right.
That's all right. We're both Irish and Italian, so I knew this is going to be something. Stop.
The Italian side comes out.
Let me close out the show. Then you can poke all you want. So Haley, thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate you coming on. And Long Island, we'll see you next week with Johnny Ziegler in the studio.
Thank you so much.
And possibly Joey, and maybe Nicole. Who knows?
you.
Keep up
You
the
got
good
me
work.
singing like, ooh, almost too good to be true. But that's just what you do. Lord, I'm thankful, thankful for all that you've done. Blessings I keep watching them come. I see them pouring out when I look around. So how could I not be thankful, thankful for all you've done for me?
The views expressed in the following program do not necessarily represent those of the staff, management, or owners of WGBB.
This is WGBB AM 1240 and W240 DF FM 95.9 Freeport, New York.